Young Cam Jansen and the New Girl Mystery. Chapter 1. I'm wearing Dad's socks. I can't find any of my things, Jenny said. My books and games are all in boxes. Shh, Eric said. I found the shirt I'm wearing in a soup pot. Eric turned. He told Jenny, Miss D doesn't want us to talk in class. Jenny was new in school. She had just moved with her family to a house on Eric's block. Now she sat behind him in class. Where is it? Miss D asked. She held a large book. She turned a few pages. Where is it? She asked again. Miss D turned a few more pages. Cam, she said, on what page is the picture of Abraham Lincoln? Do we have to know pages? Jenny said. I can't remember pages. I need to go back to my old school. Cam Jansen closed her eyes. She said, click. It's on page 29, Cam said. Miss D turned to page 29. Yes, here it is. Miss D showed the picture into the class. She told the class about President Abraham Lincoln. I can't remember pages, Jenny said. I can't even remember where I packed my socks. Jenny stuck her feet out. Look, she told Eric, I'm wearing Dad's socks. Socks were hung over her sneakers. You don't have to remember pages, Eric told her, but you do have to be quiet. Miss D talked about President Lincoln, and Eric listened. Eric, Jenny whispered, I have a question. Eric looked straight ahead. I have a question, Jenny said again. How did the Cam girl remember the page? Eric didn't answer. He looked straight ahead until it was time for lunch. Chapter 2. Click, click, click. Eric told Jenny, now we can talk. Now you can meet my friend Cam. I'll tell you how she remembered the page. We can all eat lunch together and we can talk. Cam, Eric, and Jenny took their bags from their closet. Before they left the room, Miss D stopped them. Jenny, Miss D said, after lunch, please go to the gym. Okay, and please, don't talk in class. Cam, Eric, and Jenny walked together to the lunchroom. What about Cam's memory? Jenny said. Cam stopped. She looked at Jenny and said, click. Then Cam closed her eyes. Cam told Eric told Jenny, Cam's memory is like a camera. She has a picture in her head of everything she's seen. Click is the sound the camera in her head makes when it takes a picture. You have a wavy brown hair, Cam said with her eyes still closed. You're wearing blue pants, a red shirt, and floppy socks. These are my dad's socks, Jenny said. And you ate eggs this morning. Hey, Jenny said, how did you know about the eggs? There's some on your shirt. Eric said, Cam's real name is Jennifer, but because of her great memory, people started to call her the camera. Then the camera became just Cam. Jenny wiped the egg off of her shirt. Cam opened her eyes. Click, 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 Jenny said, as they walked to the lunchroom. My head left the camera too, Jenny said. It's like a camera without any film. Jenny said, hey, to the two men who stood by the lunchroom door. I'm new here. I'm Jenny. One man said, I'm Bill. Please use trays and clean your table when you're done eating. I'm Jim, the other man said. Cam, Eric, and Jenny sat on the table by the window. Danny sat on the table too. He stood held an open book and turned the pages. Then he asked in a squeaky voice, "Where are you, President Lincoln? Where are you, President Lincoln? You know it's not nice to hide from the teacher." Then he closed the book. He laughed. Jenny laughed too. "You sounded just like Miss D," she said. Cam, Eric, and Danny ate. Jenny talked and ate. She talked and talked. Cam finished eating. She looked around the lunchroom. "Oh my," she said. "I didn't hear the bell. We have to hurry." Then cleaned their tables and went to the gym. "On your marks," Mr. D said. "Let's stretch." "Wait," Eric said. "Jenny is new here. She doesn't have a mark." Miss D looked at the children, standing in their marks. "There is no one new in here," he said. "I know I'm not new," Danny said. "I'm old, 7 years old." "Well, Jenny is new," Cam said. "But where is she? Where is Jenny?" Chapter 3. The back door is open. Cam said, "Maybe Jenny went back to class," Eric said. "Maybe she's lost." Miss Day told Cam and Eric to look for Jenny. Cam and Eric went into the hall. "Maybe she went back to class," Eric said. "Maybe she's talking to Miss D." "No," Cam said. "If Jenny went to class, Miss D would tell her to go to gym." "Let's look there anyway," Eric said. Cam and Eric went to class. The door was closed. The lights were off. "I think she's lost," Eric said. Cam and Eric walked through the school. They searched the halls. They looked in the lunchroom. They didn't find Jenny. "Look," Eric said, and pointed. "The big door is open. Maybe Jenny went outside." Cam and Eric looked outside. Lots of children were playing on the playground. Eric said, "Maybe Jenny went to the jungle gym instead of Mr. Dave's gym." Chapter 4. Just let me think. Cam and Eric went outside. It was a large playground. Children were running from one side to the other. Children were on the swings. Some were on the jungle gym. 3 teachers were sitting on chairs. They were watching the children. 2 children ran past Cam and Eric. 2 other children ran behind the tree. "I can't see everyone," Eric said. It would help if I remember what Jenny was wearing." Cam closed her eyes. Click! "She's wearing a red shirt, blue pants, and floppy socks." Cam said with her eyes closed. "Good," Eric said. "I'll just look for someone in a red shirt." Cam opened her eyes. 2 girls ran past. "They went by so fast," Eric said. "I didn't see their faces. But I did see their shirts, and they're not wearing red shirts." Cam and Eric did find a few children wearing red shirts, but they didn't find Jenny. Eric told Cam, "In class, Jenny said I need to go back to my old school. Maybe that's what she did." "No," Cam said. "I'm sure her old school is a long way from here." Cam and Eric went inside. "Let's look in all the classes," Eric said. "No," Cam said. "Just let me think. I need to remember something." "Just close your eyes and say click." "No, not this time," Cam told him. "I don't need to remember what I've seen. I need to remember what I've heard." She stood there and thought. "That's it. You did it," she told Eric. "You solved the mystery." "I did?" Eric said. "Yes, you did," Cam said. "Now, let's get Jenny." Chapter 5. How did I solve the mystery? Eric had to run to keep up with Cam. How did I solve the mystery? Eric said. And where are we going? We are going right here, Cam said. They were by the door to the kitchen. It was closed. Cam knocked on the door. Miss D told Jenny to go to gym. You said there is more than one gym in the school. Well, there is. Jenny just went to the wrong gym. But she didn't go to the jungle gym, Eric said. I'm glad you think I solved the mystery, but it's a still mystery to me. Bill opened the kitchen door. Cam said, We are looking for Jenny. Bill said, She's in the kitchen. Jenny was helping Bill and Jim wash the lunch trays. Why are you here? Eric said. Last week, I was working too hard, and today she asked Jenny to help me, Jim said. Yes, Jenny said. She told me to go to gym. She told you to go to gym, Cam said. G-Y-M, not J-I-M. Oh, Jenny said. You are a good helper, Bill said. And a good talker, Jim said. Cam and Eric said, Now she has to go to gym. G-Y-M, Jenny asked. Yes, Cam and Eric told her. G-Y-M.